Hey, what's going on? My name is Fred. I wanted to bring a quick video to you guys just to kind of let you know what we've been working with. Um, we've been gaining a lot of traction just in regards to the services that we've offered. And for those of you that don't know, basically what it is that we've done is we've gone through a real long transformation with our credit repair company. Now, what does that mean for you? Basically, what we did is we rebranded the whole company and the operations and what that looks like. The reason being is because a lot of our clients would come through our program and wouldn't really understand uh, what it takes to continue to be on the right path, right? You can go through a credit repair program, but basically what that is just a band-aid on the bigger issue, right? So what we wanted to do is we wanted to take a proactive step in helping you guys in regards to avoid having to go to a credit repair program, whether that's with me or other people. Now, there's companies out there that would love to take your money. That's not what we're about. Um, our main focus is you, the client. We wanted to put something into place to avoid people from coming back and forth into the program like a revolving door. And the reason being is because people who come to the program get comfortable with where they were, start getting credit cards and approvals for those credit cards, and they would go overspend. They would go purchase things that they couldn't afford, and then come right back into the program. So it's just like, fix your credit, wait a year or two, come back into the credit repair program. Wait a year or two, go back into a credit repair program. And that's not good for you as a client, um, you know, or for your family and your family's finances. Now, the reason why I kind of push on this is because there is a core denominator, right, that gets you guys into the predicament that you find yourself in when you have bad credit. Now, what does that mean? Basically, what it means is you're not able to pay your bills, right? You're buying things you can't afford. Then the bills start coming in. That monthly starts jumping higher and higher every month because you continue spending, but the interest is now catching up, and you're not able to get yourself out of that hole that you dug yourself into. So what we did with our reorganization of the company is we became a financial coaching company. And the reason we wanted to become a financial coaching company is because we wanted to help you guys figure out what the issue was, right? Because I can tell you what the issue is, but me telling you isn't going to help you. There was a lot of, text messages. Everything wasn't really as, it wasn't the way that we think that we should have dealt with our clients. We wanted to take a more hands-on approach and kind of give you guys the tools that you need, right? So when people come into our new program, right, the financial coaching program, because we're no longer a credit repair company, we are going to now teach you the fundamentals of finance, right, and what that looks like for you, right? Because everything revolves around your budget. And what is a budget, right? First of all, what a budget is your income minus your expenses is what you have left over, right, at the end of the month. Now, are you in the red or are you in the black? We want to try to help you figure out how to get into the black and stay in the black. We don't want you going into the red and having negative numbers every single month, where you have more month at the end of the money rather than more money at the end of the month. So we've come to realize that we don't want to take people's money anymore, right? I think I had a client come through like 7 times, right? And this client was the one that made it was like kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. This client, he came to me for the 7th time, and I didn't take him. I said, look, I'm not gonna be able to help you, right? Until you can help yourself. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So when we kind of had a discussion. You may say it was heated. He was mad that I wouldn't help, but it was more than that, right? I had to take a step back. It's kind of like that tough love is what I was showing him. I was showing that tough love, like, hey, look, I want to help you, but right now this isn't the help you need. You can't continue going through a program over and over and over again things start to look funny with the bureaus. Um, and this is a big issue because people come to me for credit repair and they expect an overnight fix, right? But just like you didn't mess up your credit overnight, people can't fix your credit overnight. One. Two, right? We can't make any type of guarantees. Any legitimate company can't make any type of guarantees. Now, you can file the false police reports all you want, right? And the false affidavits with the Federal Trade Commission, but they may come knocking on your door, right? So I don't want to say don't go to a credit repair company, but I do want to say understand what you're getting yourself into, right? Because you have companies out there that will take your money happily, right? I've turned down a lot of clients for the past year. There were only a select few that we would take on, right? Because we were implementing the changes and trying to get everything, like I said, it was a 3-year process. We were trying to get everything streamlined, right? And we're still in the process of that, so please bear with me. But there's a lot that goes in with the change. When you're taking a company and you're flipping it, right, and doing things that no other company is out there doing, right? I'm a financial coaching company. If you Google financial coaching near me, just look at the prices, right? Look at those prices and see what you're seeing there. Then look at credit repair companies near me and see what they're charging, right? You're going to be paying for the service. You're going to be paying for credit monitoring. So what makes me different, right? What makes me tick? What makes me want to help you guys so much? I was once you, right? When I got into this industry, I went through a divorce, right? Financially, I was broken. Didn't really have the credit to do what I needed to do, as a father and as a new single person. There's a lot of things that I had to go through. And I don't know if any of you guys have been through a breakup and, now you no longer have two incomes. Now you have two incomes that have now become one. I had kids at the time, so I'm responsible for them. I'm responsible for child support and all of this stuff. So I had to take a proactive approach and figure out what am I going to be able to do to get things right. So I'm going through a divorce because I'm gonna tell you this story because some of you guys might resonate with it, right? So I go through the divorce. All I have at the time is an old school car, right? I have a Cougar XR7. It's 1968, 67, something like that. And that's what I'm driving every day, right? So I couldn't drive that car around all the time. So then I started to rent a vehicle, right? So I'm renting a car a month at a time, $700-800. But back in 1999 and 2000, early 2000, it starts to add up real fast, right? Especially when you have all these other bills. So my buddy told me, hey, go down to the Toyota dealership. I got a guy down there. Go talk to him. He'll get you in a car. Doesn't matter what you're facing. He'll get you in. So I was like, cool. So I go down there and they run my credit. Because at the time I didn't know. You should be prepared. You should do your due diligence before even trying to purchase a car to see what an actual car payment is. But that we'll save that for another video. So basically, he tells me, okay, go down there. So I go down there. They run my credit. They said, okay, you need someone to put this car in their name. And I said, okay, cool. I can get a cosigner. They said, no, you can't be on the loan. If you're on the loan, the whole thing will fall through. You won't qualify. Somebody has to put it solely in their name. And I was like, okay, well, let me see. And luckily, my sister, she co-signed for me, right? And I thank her for that. But at the same time, I'm going to urge you guys, don't ever co-sign for anybody, right? Because it's not going to help you. It's only going to hurt. So never co-sign, all right? So that's that. A few months later, she brought me a packet, and this packet shows you how to fix your credit. It has things about the Fair Credit Reporting Act And that's the federal law that was put in place by Congress to help protect consumers, right? To make sure that what's on their credit report is actually, in fact, correct and accurate, and it can be verified, right? And that, they're not leaving stuff on there that should be removed after a certain time frame, whatever the type of account that's type of item that's being reported. There's certain time frames that they're allowed to be reported. But there's a lot of things going on, and studies being done. 79% of things on a credit report are inaccurate. So what does that mean to you, and what does that mean to me, right? I didn't know, but this is how I got into the whole credit repair arena. June 2000, she gave me this packet. It was about 50-something pages, had sample letters and things like that. So I took it and I ran with it, and it worked, right? It worked. I didn't know all the other things. I just knew how to get things removed from my credit. So I did it for myself. Then I started doing it for family and friends, and it was working for them too, right? And that's how I got into credit repair, right? Because of a situation that I was in, and I learned it, and I was like, okay, cool, I can help people, right? It wasn't until I went through another breakup, right? Because I got into another relationship, went through a breakup there, and I was kind of lost. I didn't really know what was going on, what I wanted to do. But I knew I had to do something, right? I knew I had to do something, so I was like, okay, cool, let me just go back to what I know. This is what I know. I know credit, So I was like, okay, this time I'm going to take it seriously, right? I'm going to really go get training. And when I went to go get training, my first training material, I spent like $5,000 to really dive deep, right? Because I said, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to jump all the way in. So I jump in the deep end, right? Because I want to make sure that what I'm learning is going to be able to help people more than what I've already been helping. And I put my company together, and this was back in the days, right? This was 2012. So I put the company together in 2012. This is when Approve My Score got started. That's when Approve My Score got started, right? And helping people, trying to get people in a space that I know I wanted to be in, right? Then I start looking at numbers, right? Because the numbers are starting to catch my eyes, right? So I would start looking directly at the installment section of a person's credit report to see if they have a car payment, right? Then I start doing the math to see what the interest rate that they're paying is, because I want to see where that is, because I want to try to push you guys to stop paying over 5%, right? And right now it's August of 2023. Interest rates are kind of high, right? You can still get some lower interest rates. They still got some. I've seen 0.9 at Mazda. I've seen a 0.0 at Mazda. If you're into Mazdas, I don't know, but neither here nor there. You can always do the research, and like I said, that's another video talking about buying a vehicle. I'll get into that in another video, but here is where my issues lay, right? We come into COVID, right? COVID happens. A lot of people start losing their job. Now they're starting to get unemployment. Now they got all this money that they're pushing in to unemployment because of the pandemic, right? So now people are getting lazy. They don't want to work no more because they're making more money not working than if they were to go get a job. So they're lazy. They're getting all this money from the government, and they don't want to work, right? And during this time, I'm seeing what's going on, right? I'm seeing. I used to do Turo. I saw the reduction in my bookings, right? So I started to see the changes, and I had to get in front of it. I had a Corvette, a 2018 Corvette. I had a 2018 Jeep, right? A 2016, what was that? 2016 Prius, right? So I sell the Prius, trade in the two cars, I get me a new Prius because I saw what was going on with that. I didn't want to have to pay for something that I may not be making money because pretty much the whole country was shut down. Really, the whole world is shut down. So I'm seeing this. Again, I'm looking at numbers. And when I'm looking at the auto loans, I'd say the average interest rate was about 21%. 21%. Having 21% tells me that your credit scores are anywhere in the threes, probably not even threes, probably from the low 500s and maybe 620, in that range, right? But if you're not smart, you're not doing your homework, you're doing your due diligence, and you need a car, one, it's going to cost you. Like I said, on average, about 21% interest. Now, if you have good credit, say 720, if you have good credit with a 720, and you can go buy a brand new car, right? You're not buying a brand new car unless you have a huge down payment, because they're still sticking you with a high interest rate. So unless your income shows you can afford that vehicle, it's just not going to be worth it. More than likely, they're going to put you in an old car, right? They're going to stick you in a car that's 6, 7, 8 years old. They're going to stick you with 21%. They're going to stick you with probably 30, 40% down, right? What does that look like? This is all coming back to what I'm talking about, and the whole reason why we switched our business model from going from a credit repair company and no longer doing credit repair to now becoming a financial coaching company. Now, let me show you the magic of what we've done with our company. Financial coaching. We're no longer a credit repair company. You come to us as a financial coaching client. We're going to give you free credit repair. Right? So that's already saving you. Plus, we're going to pay for your credit monitoring. That's $30 per month for the credit monitoring. You can go Google and see what the costs are. That's what we're able to do, right? So, to be completely honest and transparent with you guys, we have an enrollment fee is $299, and we have a monthly fee. 30 days, every 30 days you'll be charged $109. What's that come with? We're going to send out dispute letters for you on your behalf to the credit bureaus and to the furnishers, whether that's original creditor or a collection agency. 2, we're going to pay for that credit monitoring. Again, they charge $29.95. That's a third party. We've worked out a deal with them, so we'll pay that for you. So this is saving you on average, and I'll tell you what our prices used to be. We used to charge $324 down, $124 a month, plus the credit monitoring, which was separate, which is another $29.95. So it's saving you a ton of money. Plus, we're going to be giving you lots and lots and lots of information in regards to your finances. Things like how to prepare a budget. Now, I know that sounds very bland and basic, but you have to start from the basics, right? Before you build a house, you have to put the foundation down, and this is the nucleus of our company is your budget. Without a budget, you're not going to go anywhere. It's kind of like if you want to drive cross country, go drive to another state, another city, whatever. If you don't have the address, if you don't have GPS, you're never going to get there. You're going to just drive but not know where to go. That's the same thing here, right? How many of you guys have been taught credit, right? And how credit actually works, right? It's not taught in schools. I've never seen it taught in college. They may touch on it, but there's not a lot of good information, right? Now, I've been doing this for a long time, 23 years. I'm doing this for 23 years, and I can tell you, I don't know many people who can effectively put together a budget, right? When people go through our program, we give them a budget worksheet to fill out, and when we get that worksheet, there has not been one person who's given me a 100% accurate budget, right? I'm talking about income down to the penny. I'm talking about providing bills that show all the bills of what they are, if you're paying those, um, how much money is at the end of each of your months, right? Do you make enough, right? If you don't make enough, what do you need to do? You need to cut back on expenses and make more, right? A lot of times people say, I don't want another job. You don't need another job. You might just need another side hustle, right? And there's nothing wrong with having several side hustles, right? So these are the types of things that I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about today. I wanted to bring this video, let you know, hey, we're changing this whole credit thing. Don't want you guys to go through these things that I've seen out there, just being in the industry. You know, I see so many people go through credit repair companies and they feel they've been ripped off. I can't speak for others, but I can speak for what it is that we do here at Fred Livai Financial. All right. We've always kept it up and up with all of our clients, but now we're taking more of a boutique type of experience to our clients to give them more of that, more of that personal touch, right? We want to make sure that we are in constant contact with you to make sure that you're feeling the value, you're getting the value, right? Having two services packaged as one, you know, it's just going to get you to where you need to be a whole lot faster, right? Because we're talking about, this isn't just, you know, what we're going to do tomorrow or next week or next month, but we're talking long term, right? Long term, 1, 2, 3 years, 5 years or more. What does your retirement look like? It all starts with what you got going on today. Because a lot of times people procrastinate. How many of you guys have a 401k put in place, right? If you have a 401k, how many of you guys have a emergency fund, right? And I'm serious. You know, if you have an emergency fund, type in emergency, right? If you don't, say what do I need to do? You know, these are things we talk about, right? Do you have life insurance, right? Why do you need life insurance? I mean, do you have a insurance policy for your phone? 9 out of 10 people have insurance on their phone. But when it comes down to the most important thing of your life, which is your loved ones, right? Do you have kids? Do you have a significant other? You know, what does that look like? And if you don't have life insurance, give me a call, right? Talk to me. You know, let me at least run some numbers for you. Because a lot of times people think that it's more expensive than what it actually is. And depending on your health and your age, there's lots of things that can be done. I can show you a way to get free life insurance. Yeah, you're going to pay, but you get all your money back. Again, you do have to qualify for these things, but just things that you could do, right? Have you heard of infinite banking? How many of you guys have heard of infinite banking, right? Have you heard of debt cancellation for a mortgage, right? There's lots and lots of things that aren't being taught. And unless you're dealing with somebody who knows what's going on and how to implement things and how to get ahead of the curve and show you guys things that work, hey, I'm just here to help as many people as I can. Again, rebrand is all complete. We have put it all together. If you guys are interested in talking to me, right, book an appointment. I'm going to leave a description below. Book an appointment. Let's talk. Right, see what we can do to help you in the situation that you're in. Right, because at the end of the day, again, it comes down to you and your family for your finances and what that looks like, what you want it to look like. Right, are you willing to make sacrifices? Because if you're not willing to sacrifice, there's not much I can do for you. All right, I don't want to put you in a situation that's gonna, you know, push you back. You know, because if you work with me, I'm going to push you forward. I'm going to push you into a place that it's going to be very uncomfortable. It's going to be very hard, right? A lot of times people don't want to go there, but to win, you know, that's what winners do, right? If you look at the best athletes in the world, you know, when everybody else is asleep, they're out working, right? This is what this course is, right? This program that I offer. It's not a course; it's a program. But the program that I offer is going to get you to your goals. It's going to get you to help realize what those goals are and how to reach them, right? What you need to do, right? Is it going to be hard? Heck yes. They're going to be real hard, right? It's going to be hard to one, switch the mentality of how you think, right? And once you get there, because you've been going through your life, your whole life, not really doing this type of stuff. Like, how many of you guys keep track of how much you spend, right? How much was your gas the last time you filled up your tank? How much did you put in the tank, right? Did you stop it at a very even number like $25? Or did you fill it all the way up to $73.12? These are the types of numbers I'm looking for, right? The accurate numbers, the good numbers that are going to show you, okay, I'm not guessing no more. Let's take the guessing out. Let's put some real numbers on paper. Let's put these real numbers down and see, okay, am I making enough, or am I just getting by, or am I not? Am I short every month, right? If your PG&E bill or your electricity bill, is it $79.12? And if so, are you paying that amount, or are you paying $70, right? Because I was there, right? And that's why I asked, because I did it, right? I never would, even though I had it, I wouldn't pay the full amount. I was like, stupid. Why pay the full amount, right? Credit cards. Do you have credit cards, right? Same thing. Are you paying the full thing, right? Do you have a gym membership you're not using, right? Maybe you might want to cut that off. Use that money to start paying for something else. If you don't have that emergency fund in place, what are you doing to get it started, right? You at least want to start, put something away, right? So just some things to think about. I wanted to bring a video just to kind of let you know exactly what it is that I'm doing, what I've been doing here, and why we've been doing it, why we haven't taken on new clients, and why we feel that now is the time for you. If there ever was a time, right? Now's the time, right? For those of you that missed out, we just had a discount on our enrollment, right? We've got a bunch of people that signed up. All you had to do is book an appointment and get started with the program, right? Several people took us up on that offer, and we're already starting on their work, right? The most important part for you to do is make the decision. Is it time for you to do what you came here to do, which is be a winner, right? To be a winner of your finances, to be sure that you're able to get where you want to go, right? If you have kids, do you want to take them to Disneyland, right? Okay, if you do, what does that look like? How much does it cost, right? You got parking, you got tickets, you got gas to get there, right? Are you staying in a hotel? What does that look like? What hotel? How much is the hotel, right? How much for food? Are you going to budget for food? We all know snacks and all that stuff is mighty expensive. So don't just take money and go. Plan it effectively, right? If you have a car payment, if you have a car, every year what comes due? Your registration, right? So are you just going to take money when that registration is due? Or if it's $240, are you going to take $20 a month and just put it away? And then when it's due, you have your $240 right there. It's time to start thinking, right? And not trying to talk down on anybody, just trying to put some things in your mind to get you to start thinking, right? Thinking a little bit differently than you've been thinking, right? Making some changes in your life, little changes. A little at a time goes a long way, right? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, right? If you're gonna eat an elephant, it starts with one bite, right? So tiny changes over the course of time can make a huge difference in your life. I'm here to hopefully help you get you to where you want to be. Like I said, I'm going to have all my information and links to contact me below. If you're interested in anything that I talked about, book an appointment with me. Let's talk. I'll answer your questions, go over anything else that you may have questions about, and I hope to hear from you. Have a good one.